Hello everyone. Today I'll try to solve and explain the most updated international mathematics exam, March 2026. I hope that this video will be useful for you and it will be a good revision before the exam tomorrow. First of all, before starting the exam, please, you must show your work. Okay, if the question is more than 1 point, please show your work. So if you have incorrect answer, at least you will get the method mark. So let's begin. And also, since we are looking at the list of formulas, please take a look at the formula before the exam to know exactly where you can find the formula. And take care, for example, that here is only the curved surface area. Okay, so if you have any other face, you want to find the area, so take care to add there in your question. So please look at the list of formulas very well to know where you have to find them, and read very well that this is the curved surface area, not the whole surface area. Question number one. Question number one, the table shows the number of letters delivered to each of 90 houses one day, and they give us number of letters and the frequency of each one of them. Find the value of n. The value of n, you can find it by the sum of the frequencies. The sum of frequency should be equals to 90, the total number. So this 90 equals to the 27 plus 23 plus 15 plus 10 plus 8 plus n plus 3. So in this case, if you add all of them, you'll discover that 90 equals to 86 plus n. So in this case, n equals to 90 minus 86, which is 4. So the answer of this one is 4. Then next question is find the range. The range is the largest value minus the smallest value. So the largest value here you have 6, and here is 0. So it's 6 minus 0, which is 6. So here the answer is 6. Then find the mode. The mode is the most frequent. So which one has the highest frequency? The highest frequency here is 27. So the mode is 0. Take care that you have to, we found n first, and n it was 4. So still 27 is the highest number. Okay? Because in different question, you may find that n is higher than 27. So in this case, take care first to find n. Okay, next one is find the median. The median is the middle number. The middle number is, since we have 19, so if you wanted to find, you should have n divided by 2. So this 90 divided by 2. So it should be like 25th and that 26th. Okay, and you add them and divide by 2. So let's say where we can find the 45 or 45th. Here, if you look at the cumulative numbers, here you have 27. Still, you didn't reach to 45. If you add 23, now you have 50. So yes, now you reach it to the 25th. So the answer should be here, which is 1. So this is the first question. Still, we have E. They said one of the 90 houses is selected at random. So we have one fraction and we divide by 90. Find the probability that the house had more than 4 letters. So let's go back to the table to see where is more than 4. More than 4, it means this one's 5 and 6. So how many we have in this 5 and 6? We have this 2, which is 4 plus 3. So the answer should be 7 over 90. 7 over 90. Now, next question. Work out this fraction. Let's see how to do it. Take care usually when you have negative number like between brackets, so the answer anyway it must be positive. So minus 4 squared is like minus 4 times minus 4, which is 16. Divided by 10 minus 2, which is 8, so the answer is 2. Next one, insert one pair of brackets to make this statement correct. So you have 86, where exactly we can put the bracket. This is just what you have to do. So if you have the brackets here, so let's calculate. This is 6 times 11 plus 4 times 5. So you will discover that 6 times 11, 66, plus the 20. So this is the 86. So the bracket what we did is correct. You don't have to make these calculations. This is just to show and to prove that our work is correct. And it's only 1 point. Okay, so the bracket should be there. Okay, now next question, question number 4. A is the point negative 3, 2, and B is the point 4, negative 7. Find the column vector AB. If we need to find AB, so let's make the vector. It should be usually like B minus A. The second one minus the first one. So now first one here we have like X, and here we have like Y. So in this case, if you subtract them, you subtract B minus A, so you can say that 4 minus 3. Take care about this in exam. You have minus, because this is a popular mistake. Okay, then what we have there, it's Y, so we have negative 7 minus 2. So the answer in this case should be 4 minus, so 4 plus 3, which is 7, and then minus 7 minus 2, which is minus 9. So this is question number 4. Again, yeah, question 5. Write the ratio 30 grams to 6 kilograms in its simplest form. So one of the most popular mistake is that someone will come and say, okay, I will divide both by 6. So, oh, this one divided by 6 is 1. This one divided by 6 is 5. So the answer 5 to 1. That's incorrect. Why? Because both of them, they have different units. So make both of them to have the same unit. So 30 grams to 6,000 grams. So first, please take care about the units. If 1 centimeters and 1 meters, or 1 meters, 1 kilometers, or one of them hours and 1 seconds. So please try to make one unit for both of them. Both of them to be grams, or both of them to be kilograms. Okay, here it's easier to make both of them grams. Now you can divide both of them by 10. And you can divide or both of them now by 3. If you divide by 3, so this one will be 1. And this one, it will be 200. So the answer is 1 to 200. Next one, Sammy saves $60. This is 2/5 of Sammy's total wages. Find Sammy's total wages. Okay, let's find the they said that this is the 2/5 of the total. So this is total times this 2/5 should give me this $60. So if I wanted to remove this 2/5, I multiply both of them by 5/2. Now this 2 cancelled. Okay, so the total now equals 2. Here 2 divided by 2 is 1, 60 divided by 2 is 30, so 30 times 5 is $150. So here is 150, this is the total. You have to show your work, okay? So at least if your final answer is incorrect, you will get 1 point for the method. Question 7, a 4-sided spinner is spanned 200 times. The results are shown in the table. Complete the table to show the relative frequencies. Here, this one, we have 60 times out of the 200. The second one, if you calculate this one, okay, it should be like 0.3. And 50 over 200, okay, this one, it should be 0.1, like 25. Yep. So you should just find the frequencies, relative frequencies, by finding like 46 over 200, here 44 over the 200, okay? So 46 over the 200 is 0.23, and 44 over the 200 should be 0.22. Okay, to make it fast for you, you can just, because it's a line calculator, and you have, let's say, for example, 44 over 200. How can I know this one? Just to divide by 2 to make it 100. So it will be like 22 over 100. Okay, so which is 0.22. Okay, so to make it easy for you to calculate it without calculator. So since it's without calculator, find the number easy to find. Okay, now next one. Now we have 100 times, and they said find the expected numbers of times to show 1. So to show 1, we know that it's 0.3, so we will multiply the 0.3 times the 1000, so it will be 300. Next one. The cost to hire a bot is $2 per hour plus a fixed fee of $7. Musna has $15. Musna hires a bot of X hours. So the question is, write down and solve an inequality for the number of hours that Musna can hire a bot. Let's see. They said that 2 hours, 2 per hours, like 2H. Plus we have fixed fee, like $7. All of this one should be like not more than, okay, the cost here is 15. So this is the inequality. We need to solve this inequality. Okay, let's see. So 2 hours less than or equals to 15 minus 7 if we subtract negative 7 from both sides. So 2 hours is less than 8. So 1 hour, if you divide both by 2, it will be 8 divided by 2, which is 4. So the answer is that how many hours she can rent the boat is 4 hours or less. Next one, solve 2x minus 3 equals to 6 minus 4x. We need to collect all like terms in one side. So we have here 2x and this negative 4x. If both sides you add 4x. Okay. So here 2x plus 4x. And here we have 6. If you add to both sides plus 3. So here is plus 3. So now we have 6x equals to 9. So x equals to the 9. If we divide both by 6, divided by 6. So the answer now should be the 9 over 6. 9 over 6, if you divide by 3, it's like 3 over 2, which is like 1.5. So you can write here 1.5 or 3 over 2. Or 9 over 6, since they didn't say that you must simplify. So you can write it 3 over 2, 9 over 6, or 1.5. Next one, x plus 1 squared, or bracket x plus 1, close the bracket squared, equals to 9. Now, there are two methods to solve this one. someone could, for example, expand this x plus 1 times x plus 1 and to create one quadratic equation and then to factorize. Okay, but this is a little bit long. The easiest method, I think, it's to take square root for both sides. So if you take square root of this one, square root of the other one, but don't forget that the other side, it's plus or minus. Okay, so it will be x plus 1. So if you cancel this, x plus 1 equals 2 plus or minus the square root of 9. Take care, usually when you have a square and you want to find the square root, so the answer is plus or minus. Plus or minus. Why? Because if you have, let's say, 2 squared, the answer is 4. Okay, let's say 3. This example of 3. 3 squared is 9. And if you have minus 3 squared, the answer also is 9, right? So you have to write plus or minus. This is also a common mistake. So now we x plus 1 equals 2 plus or minus 3. So now we have two answers, x plus 1 equals to 3 or x plus 1 equals to negative 3. In this case, x equals to 3 minus 1, so x equals to 2. And the other side, x equals to negative 3, negative 1, so x equals to negative 4. So the answer is 2 and negative 4. Okay. Next one, question 10. Question 10, talking about the interior angle of a regular polygon is 168 and find the number of sides. First of all, usually when you have this side, it's better to find the exterior angle first. The exterior angle, like usually the interior angle plus the exterior angle equals to 180 degrees. So if you want to find the interior angle is 180 minus 168. So the answer is 12. So this is 12 degrees. This is the exterior angle. Okay. How to find number of sides? So second step, number of sides, 360 divided by the exterior angle. So 360 divided by the 12. So the answer is 30 sides. So you can just write here 30. Okay, good. If you want to use the other formula, it's fine. There is another formula which is like n equals to n minus 1, n minus 2, sorry, times 180 divided by n. Okay, if you want to use this one, the interior angle, here interior angle. The interior angle equals to n minus 2 times 180 divided by n. If you want to use this one, you may use it, no problem. But I find this method is easier. Okay, less mistakes will happen in this one comparing to this one. Okay, so next question, circle theorems. In circle theorems, we need to find angle ADC. Let's find where is ADC. Let's look at this D. Okay, so ADC, so it's this one. If you look at this shape, what you have, okay, look at this vertex A, vertex B, vertex C, vertex D. So you have 4 vertices on the circumference. So in this case, this is cyclic quadrilateral. In this case, opposite angles add to 180. So this one, opposite to this one, both of them 180. So it means that this one is 180 minus 70, which is 110. So this one, 110. Okay. The reason, you have to write the reason, and please revise all the circle theorems and to know the reasons. Okay, because you get 1 point for the reason. So as we mentioned, that opposite angles in a cyclic quadrilateral. Add up to 180 degrees. Okay, next one. Find angle ACO. ACO. So where is C? ACO. So it means this one. Okay, ACO. We need to find this angle. Number one. You know that the angle at the circumference here is 70. So the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. So if this one is 70, it means this one is 140. So OA, this is radius. OC, it's radius. Both of them the same. Okay. So what does it mean? It means that these two angles are the same. So in this case, we can say that 180, 180 minus 140 divided by 2. So 40 divided by 2, which is what? Which is 20 degrees. So this one is 20 degrees. You have to write the reason why this one is 20 degrees. So you have to say that the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Okay, and the triangle what we have, what this triangle is ACO, and ACO triangle is isosceles, right? Because you know you have two sides are the same. Since it's isosceles, you can say that the angle what we need to find, let's call it x. So x equals to 180 minus the 40 divided by 2, which is 20 degrees. Okay, done with these questions. So 6 points, 6 points. Please don't forget to revise the circuit theorems. Mostly you'll find one in paper 2. Now question 12. I'm sorry if I'm a little bit fast. I'm trying to save your time, okay? Especially that you have exam tomorrow. Question 12, calculate PQ. Give your answer in standard form. Take care to get the full mark. It must be in standard form. Read the question very well. The same here. So PQ, like we have to multiply P times Q. So PQ, so 3.2 times 10 to the power of 22 times 4 times 10 to the power of 21. In case of multiplication, okay, we add the powers. So this 22 plus 21. So it should be 43. And we multiply the numbers. 3.2 times 4. It should be 12.8. Okay, but 12.8, this number is not standard form because it's not between 1 and 10. As you know that A should be greater than or equals to 1 and less than 10, like this number. Okay, so what to do? We have to divide by 10 and to multiply by 10. So when you do that, so 12.8 divided by 10, it will be 1.28. And then you add, this is 10 to the power of 1, so it will be 10 to the power of, when you add them, so 44. Okay, let's move to next one. Take care about standard form. Here, addition. Okay, if you have a question about addition, you should know that you will factorize. Okay, this is addition, not multiplication. So let's write both of them again. 3.2 times 10 to the power of 22 plus 4 times 10 to the power of 21. In this case, you have to factorize. Okay, when you factorize, usually take the small number outside, like 10 to the power of 21 and 10 to the power of 22. Take 10 to the power of 21 outside, the smallest number. So if you take this one outside, what will remain inside? Will remain this 3.2 times 10 to the power of 1. And the other side will remain only 4. Double check. Like if you take 10 to the power of 21 times this one, it will give you 3.2 times 10 to the power of 22, which is this one. And the same, if you multiply 10 to the power of 21 times 4, it will give you this one. So we are okay so far. Now let's calculate this one. 3.2 times 10, it will be 32 plus 4. So the answer now, 32 plus 4, which is 36 times 10 to the power of 21. Okay, but this one not standard form, so what to do? Again, divide by 10 and multiply by 10. So it will be 3.6 times 10 to the power of, you add this to, 22. Okay, this is the final answer. Please show your work. Now, next one, QR. We need to find R. Okay, already we know Q. Q, it's 4 times 10 to the power of 21 times this R equals to 1.2 times 10 to the power of 29. Okay, if I want to find R, I have to divide both sides by 4 times 10 to the power of 21 to get rid of this one. Now, what to do? 1.2, sorry, divided by 4, so it will be 0.3. We divided this both. Here, in case of division, we subtract. So 10 to the power of 29 minus 21. So it should be 0.3 times 10 to the power of 29 minus 21 is 8. Okay, but still there is something missing here, that this number is not standard form. So you should multiply, in this case, you should multiply by 10. If you multiply this number by 10, you have to divide this one by 10. So if you multiply 0.3 times 10, it's 3 times 10 to the power of 7. Like 8 minus 1 is 7. So this is the final answer. Again, don't forget the standard form. If you did it with, and it's not in a standard form, you will lose 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, like 3 points in total. So this is easy point. Please don't lose them. Sorry. Next one. We need to rearrange the formula. Look, when you see this one, usually please use cross multiply. Like y, it's like y over 1. Make cross multiply. When you make cross multiply, y times this bracket, this is the step number 1, cross multiply. And 1 times the same, times 1x, ax plus b will be the same. So this is the first step, cross multiply. Next step, expand. Okay, y times x, yx minus yc equals to ax plus b. Okay, third step, collect the like terms. Okay, my goal is to make x as subject, so I need all x to be in the same side. So you can say yx minus ax equals to 4c, okay, plus b. Okay, different side, different sign. Now, last step, you need to factorize, because I need one x in my equation. To factorize, here is x, so inside the bracket will be y minus a equals to 4c plus b. So x equals 2, you have to divide both sides by this one, so y minus a. So this is the final answer. I will write it here, yc plus b over y minus a. Okay, 4 points, 4 marks. Okay, now next question about transformation. In transformation, Number one, we need to describe fully the single transformation. We have only one single transformation happened here. We need to explain what happened. Now, look, from where? The most important look at this exam, from where to where? From A to B. What happened from here to there? Oh, this one, it's the same size, so it's not enlargement. It's not translation, not reflection. This one is rotation. So you have 3 points. So point number one, you write rotation, you get 1 point. Number two, this rotation happened 90 degrees anti-clockwise. So 90 degrees anti-clockwise. The third mark, you will get it when you write the center of rotation. Center of rotation. Okay, what is the center of rotation? You have two methods. You may use tracing paper, and in this exam you may use tracing paper, or the second method is to the center of rotation is the intersection of the perpendicular bisectors. So how with this one? This one, you connected the same vertices. Like for example, this one, it's the same as this one. You connected them. You must use roller and protractor. So this one, connected them. And then you will draw a perpendicular bisector, like at the midpoint of this 2 points. You will draw a perpendicular bisector, 90 degrees. You may use protractor for this. Okay, so I will connect them. I will make the perpendicular bisector. This is the first one. And then I will make another one. Also, I will connect this one with this one. Then you draw perpendicular bisector to see where they will intersect. Okay, so I will make again the second one. Let's say something like that. Okay, 90 degrees. And of course, what I'm doing not very accurate, but you should do that in exam if you are not using tracing paper. So if you connect this one with this one, and you do perpendicular bisector, like the middle distance between them. Let's make it. So let's say that something like that. So you will discover that all of them intersecting at one point. This point is the center of rotation. So in this example, it's like -1 and 1. Okay. Enlarge triangle A with the scale -2. So 2 itself, it means it will be bigger by 2. You multiply every side by 2. And negative, it means it's inversed, like reflection. Okay, let's see what to do then. So to do this one, where is the center of rotation? It's 4, 3. So you have to go to 4, 3 first, which is this point. So what is the distance between the center of enlargement and any vertex there? Let's say this vertex. What is the distance? The distance here is just 1 up. Okay, so you multiply this distance by -2. So if you multiply it by -2, it should be -2. It means you will go down by 2. So instead of here, you will move to there, to this point. So this is your first vertex. Let's do the same. Okay, from the center of enlargement to this point. What is the distance? The distance is I go 1 to the left, like -1, and 1 down, like -1 again. If you multiply this one by -2, the scale factor, it means it will be 2, 2. So you have to move from here 2 to the right, like 1, 2, and 2 up. So 1, 2. So it will be here. So this is the second vertex. Okay. Where is the third one? Okay, the third one is this one. So this one, to move to this one, you have to go 2 to the left. So it's like negative 2, and 2 down like negative 1. So again, if you multiply this point by negative 2, it will be like 4 to the right and 2 up. Okay, 4 to the right, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 up. It's here. So is it correct? No, 2, it will be 2 up, sorry. I will be here. Okay, so again, 2 to the left and 1 down. You multiply by minus 2, it will be 4 to the right and 2 up. Okay, 4, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 up, 1, 2, so it will be here. Okay. So I connect them by ruler. They said label this one. Label this one. Read the instruction very well and call it C. This one is C. Okay, done with this, you got 2 points. Last one, describe fully the single transformation that maps triangle C back onto A. If you go from C and back to A, what's happening? Again, we will write the same, that this one is enlargement. One point. Scale factor. Oh, this is the point, take care. The scale factor, now it became smaller. So it's not minus 2, it's minus 1 over 2. Okay, because from big object became smaller, it means fraction now, like less than 1. So instead of 2, it will be 1 over 2. Instead of negative 2, it will be negative 1 over 2. Negative 1 half. Okay, number 3 is the center of enlargement. Center of enlargement should be the same, nothing changed. Which is 4, 3. Okay. If you are not sure about this one and you have different question in exam and the question is to find the center of enlargement, what you do is you just to connect the vertices, connect this one with this one. When you connect them, you will discover that all of them, they intersect at the same point. So if you connect the same vertices, both of them, they will intersect at the same point, like here, this point. So just take care about this. When you make intersection, you'll find that all of them it's here, which is 4, 3. So if you have any this question in different shape in exam, just connect the same vertices, you will find that they intersect at one single point. This is the center of enlargement, 3 points. Now the most popular question in exam, and you should find similar question in your exam tomorrow, is rationalize the denominator. So this denominator, what we have here, is irrational because you have square root of 3. You want to rationalize, it means you want to get to remove the square root of 3 and to make it something rational. How we do that? We multiply by similar number but different sign. Like if it's a 4 minus 2 square root of 3, you'll just write 4 plus 2 square root of 3. Since you multiply by this one, you have to have the same number to make balance, to not change anything. Now let's see what to do then. Okay, so 5 times all this bracket, 5 times 4 plus 2 square root of 3. Look, I didn't expand now because I may cancel something. I'm waiting, okay? Because sometimes you need to simplify this one. So let's see. Okay, now if you look at this one, it's like a difference of 2 squares. Like they are similar but different sign. In this case, to save time, just multiply 4 by 4. So it's 16. And you multiply this one by this one. So negative 2 times plus 2, it's like negative 4. And square root of 3 times square root of 3, it's what? It's 3. Usually if you have square root of x times square root of x, the answer is x. Okay, this is in square root only. I'm not talking about cubic root. So in this case, what we have 16 minus 12. So this one is 4, and here 5 times the bracket 4 plus 2 square root of 3. Okay? You may, I think you may leave it in this way, or you can make it in this way, like 20 plus 10 square root of 3. If you expand 5 times 4, 20, and 5 times 2 is 10. You can do it in this way, divided by 4. If you leave it in this way, it's fine, because this one, 4, is irrational. So you are okay now. Now you rationalize the denominator, everything is okay. Or if someone else wanted to make it in this way, like 20 over 4 plus 10 over 4 square root of 3, also it's fine. So this one, it will be 5 plus 5 over 2 square root of 3. That's okay. But take care. If in exam they said that this one and this one must be like integer, okay, so you don't have to make it like 5 over 2. So take care about the question. Mostly in this question they didn't say make it integers, but I'm just letting you like think about it, like what are the conditions or the requirements of the question. But in this way, if you leave it in this way, it's fine. Okay, this one is fine. The most important that the denominator is rational. Okay. Next one, simplify. When you see this type of questions to simplify and you have fraction, most likely you will cancel something. Okay, like you will cancel two brackets here and there, you will cancel them. So usually start with the easy one. If this is easier for you, start with this one. If this one is easier for you, use this one. Okay, and so x squared minus 25, this is difference of two squares. So when we factorize, it will be like x minus 5 and x plus 5. The same numbers, but different signs. How about this one? This one, if I factorize, we can take 2x outside. So this one will be 5 and minus x. Okay, now we need to cancel the brackets, so to simplify. So it's better to rearrange the formula. For example, this 5 minus x, it can be x minus 5, but you have to make negative outside. Okay, so I can cancel now x minus 5 with x minus 5. So the answer is negative 2x over x plus 5. This is the simplified version of that fraction. 3 points. Next one, you have a triangle. Oh, this triangle is non-right angle triangle. We have formula for that in the formula sheet, that the area is equals to 1/2 AB sine C. And this C is the angle between the two sides A and B. Okay, so if this one is A, it means this side is B. Okay, and this one the angle between them. Since here they said find the length of BC, so we are working on this side and this side. Okay, let's apply the formula. The area is 30 equals to 1/2. A, it's 4 square root of 3. And B is the side BC times sine C, sine the angle between the two sides, which is 60 degrees. Okay, this will lead us to something what you have to revise before your exam tomorrow. Is you should know the exact values of trigonometric ratios. Like you should know 30, 45, and 60. Sine, cosine, and tangent. So you must know them. Sine 30 is 0.5. Cosine 60 is 0.5. How about sine 60? Sine 60 is square root of 3 over 2. You will find one similar like this in exam, so you should know it because it's non-calculator paper. Please revise that table. Okay, so in this case, yes, what to do? I have here 2 times 2, and here I have 4. It cancelled. This 4 cancelled with 2 times 2. And square root of 3 times square root of 3, as we mentioned before, it's 3. Square root of x times square root of x equals to x. So we have 3BC, divide both sides by 3. So BC equals to 10 centimeters. So this one is right here, 10. Okay. Next one, question 18, functions. Functions. Here, find fg of 2. G of 2, start usually from the right. Find the right side first. The right part of the question. G of 2. G of 2, as you see, here is G. So just substitute by 2. So 2. I will save. To be in the safe side. Okay, so 2 squared plus 1. So 2 squared is 4 plus 1, which is 5. So now you can substitute g of 2 by what? 5. So now this is f of x, it is f of 5, so substitute by 5. So 10 minus 3, which is 7. So the answer here is 7. And again, show your work. Now find the inverse function. The inverse function steps, follow the same instructions, same steps, you will get the inverse function. Number 1, we need the inverse function of f. So go to this f, and instead of f of x, write y. Y equals to 2x minus 3. Okay, step number 2, make x a subject. So y plus 3 equals to 2x. So then divide both by 2. So now x is subject. X equals to what now? X equals to y plus 3 over 2. Last step, switch x with y. So y equals to x plus 3 over 2. This is the inverse function. So the inverse function is x plus 3 over 2. Okay? Now find g f of x. Okay, let's, inside g, we will put the f of x. Okay? My g equation is this one. Okay, so g f of x, I will take f of x, which is this one, I'll put it inside g. So this is the brackets, plus 1. So x is f of x, which is 2x minus 3. Now you need to expand this to x minus 3 squared. To expand it, you have two methods. You may write it like 2x minus 3 times 2x minus 3 and expand it. Okay, in this way, 2x times 2x is 4x squared, 2x minus 3 minus 6x, and then minus 3 times 2x, it's minus 6x, and minus 3 times minus 3, which is plus 9. So this one, 4x squared minus, you collected the like terms, minus 12x plus 9. You may do it in this way. Or we have formula like that, like if you have a plus b squared, the first one squared, a squared, plus 2ab, like the first term times the second term times 2, like 2ab, plus the third term squared, b squared. Okay, so if you apply that, the second method, you can say the first one squared is 4x squared. The first one times the second one times 2, like 2x times minus 3 is minus 6x, times 2 is minus 12x. And the second one squared, which is plus 9. Okay, so you can do that. Which one is easier for you, do it. Okay, here's plus 1. So now what we have, 4x squared minus 12x plus 10. So this one is the final answer. Please write your answer in the space provided. So 4x squared. Make it easy for the examiner and for yourself to get full mark. Okay, please try an exam to organize your work and to use the provided space, not to make your handwriting, like the font, to be very big, so you will not have enough space. Make it organized, like from up, down, and to be easy for yourself and for the examiner to grade your work. Okay, question D. They said h of x equals px plus q. Okay, the same. they said h of x, we need to take h of x inside f. Okay, let's back to, I will write here f of x again to know what was f of x. F of x here was 2x minus 3. Okay, so we need to take this h of x and put it inside f. Okay, so 2, and I will put it instead of x, I will put that h of x. Substitute px plus q minus 3. Okay, good. So this one, they said equals to what? Equals to 8x minus 1. Okay, let's expand. 2 times px, 2px. 2 times q, it's 2q minus 3 equals to 8x minus 1. Okay, let's see. Let's compare the two sides. Look here, this is coefficient of x, 2p, and here coefficient of x is 8. So I may say that 2p equals to 8. So p equals to 8 over 2, which is 4. And also, this constant number we have, it's equals to negative 1. So I may say that 2q minus 3 equals to the constant number from the other side, negative 1. So 2q equals to negative 1 plus 3. So 2q equals to 2, right? Divide both by 2. So q equals to what? 1. So here q equals to 1. And p equals to 4. Okay? Next one. Here, question 19, talking about sectors. What we need to find here they are talking about find the value a and b, and they are talking about the perimeter. Okay, the most common mistake about perimeter that many students think that the perimeter is only the arc length. No, the perimeter is not only the arc length. Don't forget that we have also sides, like you have this side and you have this side as well. Okay, so take care about this point. Okay, now after reading the question, we discovered that the OA, like this side, this radius, the major radius, is 9 centimeters, while the small radius is 3. So 9 minus 3, it means this one is 6 centimeters, and this one is the same. It's the same, okay? So this one 6 centimeters. So if you want to find the perimeter should be this 6 plus 6 plus the arc length of the major arc and the minor arc. So let's say the arc, the major arc, okay, length plus the minor arc. Okay, let's find the major arc. So arc length, okay, of the major arc, it should be the formula of arc length, it's like circumference, like 2 pi r, and the arc length is a part of the circumference, so theta over 360. Okay, the same formula we use it for the minor arc, so it's 2 pi, and r of the big one is 9, right? So times 9 times the angle is 120 divided by 360. Okay, so I can, if I divide by 10, I can cancel the zeros, and then 9 divided by 9 is 1, 36 divided by 9 is 4, 4 divided by 4 is 1, 12 divided by 4 is 3. So 2 times this 3, so it's 6 pi. Okay, so this is the arc length of the major arc. Okay, I need to find the arc length of the minor arc. Again, I'm going to use the same formula. It's 2 times pi times the radius of the small one is 3 times theta, it's the same angle, And now let's do the same calculations. Like here you have 12 divided by 12 is 1, and 36 divided by 12 is 3. 3 cancelled with the 3, so we have 2 pi. So if we find the perimeter is the 6 plus 6, which is 12, plus we have 6 pi plus the 2 pi. So the final answer is the perimeter equals to 12 plus 8 pi. Okay, so this is my final answer. Okay, let's see which one's A, which one's B. They said in this form A. Oh, sorry. Save. The perimeter, it's is P equals to A plus B pi. So A is 12. And this B is 8. Done. I think this is the last question, finally. Okay, this is factorization. So you have to use factorization. We have like to solve any quadratic equation, we have 3 methods. One called the quadratic formula, which is given in the formula sheet, like negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. And the second method is factorization. This is what we have to use here. And the third method called completing the square, or like the vertex form. Here we must use factorization because they say it's solved by factorization. In exam, if you have, and mostly this will be in paper 4, like if they ask you to solve a quadratic equation and to round your answer to 2 decimal places, so most likely you will use the quadratic formula. But here use factorization, we will use the factorization. Can they in exam ask to solve quadratic formula in paper 2? Yes, it can be. And but in this case they will ask you to write your answer in third. Okay, so your answer at the end, it will be in third. For example, 2 plus the square root of 5. So the answer will be like that, x1 and x2. Okay, so you should practice this as well. Here, let's see how we can factorize this one. So 6x squared is a product of what? Of 2x times 3x. Okay, how about 5 or minus 5? It should be like 1 times 5. Okay, we will try and see. And or no, I think it should be 5 and 1. Okay, since this one is negative, it means they have different signs. Okay, the big one, like this one, will take the same sign of the middle. So this is the big one, negative, and this one will be positive. To double check, we can do it in this way. Multiply what's inside and multiply what's outside and add them. If the sum will be the same of the middle, so we are correct. So this is negative 5 times 3x is negative 15x. And 1 times 2x, it's 2x. The sum of these two is negative 15x and plus 2x is negative 13x. So you are correct. So this is arrangement, what we did is correct. If not, we could try to put like instead of 1 to be 1 5. If it didn't work, instead of 2x times 3x, it could be like 1x times 6x. Okay, so our factorization is fine. Now we need to solve. So I may say now that this 2x minus 5 equals to 0, or that 3x plus 1 equals to 0. So 2x equals to 5. It means x if you divide both by 2. So x equals to 5 over 2. Here 3x equals to negative 1. So x equals to negative 1 over 3. So this is the two answers we have. Let's write the answers there. 5 over 2 and here negative 1/3. Okay. Now I think we reached to the final of this exam. Please revise your topics very well. Please show your work There is many things common you have to take care about in exam. For example, you can take the first 10 minutes to take a look at all questions and you will know that, oh, these questions are easy, I can do it. So start with the easy questions. Okay, don't waste your time with the difficult questions at the beginning. Take care also about negative numbers. If negative number inside the squares, so it will be positive anyway. As we mentioned, for example, if you have, for example, -2 squared, so the answer should be 4. Take care about this. If you have minus outside, also take care that it will change the signs of everything inside. So take care about these mistakes. What else? Yes, if for example you have, as we mentioned, like x plus 1 squared equals to 9, take care when square, we have two answers, not only one. So when you say x plus 1 equals 2, don't say just the square root of 9, no, plus or minus. So take care about this. Take care about units, please. Units. Take care about units. So 1 gram and 1 kilograms. You have to make both the same unit. So grams, this 1 grams, this 1 grams. Okay? Take care about rounding. Take care about rounding. Number one, don't round during solving the exam. So don't round. This actually mostly it will be in paper 4, but it's good to know from now. If you have rounding, please don't round from the beginning. Use the number what you have in calculator in paper 4. And you round only the last answer to 3 significant figures. Okay? But since it is one paper 2, what can you know about rounding? Most numbers in paper 2 should be like terminating decimals, or it should be integers. So numbers what you have mostly as you so like -4 and 2. But if you have answer, let's say it's -7.1325, it means if you have hard calculations, it means most likely you have a mistake. Okay? So take care about this. What else I can say? List of formulas. Please look at the list of formula to know where you can find them and what exactly you have there. Because, for example, there are some formulas what you will not find in exam. Like what? For example, the midpoint. If you have 2 points, how to find the midpoint? Like x1 plus x2 divided by 2 and y1 plus y2 divided by 2. This you will not find in exam. You should know that. The formula for distance, or the magnitude or the absolute value, the square root of x squared plus y squared, or the square root of x1 minus x1 squared plus y1 minus y2 squared. This one you will not find in exam. Finding the interior angle or exterior angle or number of sides, you will not find a formula for this in the exam, so you should know it. What else you should know? It's very important, again, as I said, the exact values. So please, you must know that sine 30 equals 0.5. Sine 60 is 0.5. Sine 60 equals to cosine 30 equals square root of 3 over 2. Or sine 45 is square root of 2 over 2. This stuff you must know. Because in exam, when they ask you, for example, if you have square root of 3, okay, over tan x minus 1 equals to, for example, 0, something like that. You should know, okay, the values of tan. You should know because you have no calculator. You should know that tan 30 is square 1 over square root of 3. And tan 60 is square root of 3. This stuff you have to know. Because if you have something like this and they ask you to solve, at the end, when you take tan inverse or sine inverse, cosine inverse, you should know how to find the value. Okay, guys? In exam, please be calm, be quiet. Don't panic. Okay? Write down the formula and start step by step. Okay? And as I told you, please, like if I have cone like this one, and I ask you to find the curve, the surface area, the formula sheet will give you the curved surface area, only this one. So please don't forget to add pi r squared to add the circle, pi r squared. Okay? So what can I say more? Please, take care, study well, and good luck to everyone. If you think that this video is useful, please like, subscribe, share, just to reach to everyone. Okay, I will try also to add this solved PDF as a link so you can download it and look at it. And I will add also, I know that many will ask about the PDF, unsolved PDF. I will attach it as well. Okay, so please don't forget to make like, subscribe, leave a comment. Okay, thank you so much, and good luck everyone. Goodbye.